And so I sent that, and I very much enjoyed it. And I thought it was really cool that they had the idea of having other cast members singing for every volume. I thought that was really cool. But then I thought I saw something.
But you actually had time to do it. They asked me to come in, hey, we need you to sing something. And I thought, oh, like background harmonies or something. And I show up and I said, what am I going to sing? And they said, oh, the Dragon Ball Z Kai thing. What? What? That, you just dropping this on me? And we did it like in an hour and it was done.
I'm going to do my version. I'm seeing if I can kill it.
All we have to do is go!
No, that's how you do it.
Go, we're in luck now. Go, there's so much to...
No, I sing it like me.
Oh, okay. No, I think I heard it.
It's really good too.
We're going to it.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll do the tambourine.
Mysteries abound, made of a deep energy.
They wouldn't let me do it that way. I really wanted to. Really? It would be kind of cool to do Krillin first. At least just one.
That would be cool.
Lay down a track.
Yeah, that would be cool. We never did a Christmas album. We should have. I was going to do, for my friend's wedding, I was going to do Goku and King Kai singing Effort Gently by Tenacious D. Which I think would be hilarious. I was going to do it. I never got around to it. I might still do that. Just get them both singing it. That's good.
Sometimes you don't have to fucking hard.
Tenacious D, they're great. That's so funny because Jack Black's so funny. Nobody made us think about that song or that album when it came out, and that album is loaded with naughty stuff. And nobody's because it's so good and so funny. I thought everybody's just like, oh, it's great family fun. You know? I probably should have done that. It's gonna be all over the hey, Goku sing King Kai is this, and then Funimation.
This is not a family-friendly panel.
No, it's not.
All the children have uncles. That's what I always think, because like my kids, we don't swear around them, but they've got an uncle, Dan. He knows who he is. He cusses all the time in front of them.
And if they go to public school, forget it.
Hands in the joint. Y'all might have had the same childhood I did. Anyway, next question about marijuana. It could be about something else. What's your question? No?
Way in the back. Way in the back. Yeah.
Did you guys ever meet Bruce Falconer? What was he like?
Bruce Falconer.
And can you give some insight as to why Kai used the soundtrack that they did instead of his?
Well, that's like two weird questions. Falconer's soundtrack was for Dragon Ball Z. They wanted to do Dragon Ball Z Kai like the original Japanese, so they're trying to keep the music. The guy who wrote that music got in trouble for plagiarizing.
Oh yeah! You guys do it great. I totally tried to steal it. Well, I guess it would be nice.
Oh yeah. There's an outtake where the music sounds so much like Faith. Goku is walking down.
Yeah.
Goku's walking down the street with Krillin and Piccolo.
Right.
Did I start or does Piccolo start?
I think Piccolo.
Piccolo starts.
He's like, yeah.
Because the music's going ting, 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 and they're walking down the street, and then Sabbath goes, oh, I guess it would be nice. And then I go, if I could touch your body, but it's not in rhythm.
Everybody like you.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. But he got fired for plagiarism, so Japan's like, oh crap, we gotta go get some music. So they used their original Dragon Ball Z music because the deal, I assume, I don't know all the legalities of it, I just know that the deal that they were gonna use for Kai was to use the original Japanese music, and then it's a couple of months or weeks into recording, I don't know how long it was. It was a big debacle, like plagiarism is a big deal.
They had to pull back like thousands and thousands of DVDs and...
Yeah, it was really bad.
It sucked because his music was great.
Yeah, we were like,
what he plagiarized was brilliant.
He was like plagiarizing. He plagiarized Ravel and like other great composers. You know, I remember sitting there recording, going, "That sounds a lot like Bolero. Why is that?"
I remember thinking, I want the soundtrack to this. This is cool.
Yeah. Turns out it's a bunch of famous music plagiarized. So I don't know why they didn't use Bruce Faulkner's music. I don't know. I don't know that answer. I think I've met Bruce Faulkner maybe once.
I think I saw him in the hallway one year ago.
Yeah, I think I saw him in the hallway.
Yeah. I'm not sure. It might have been the same. Yeah, about the same time. Is that Bruce? There he is. A rare Bruce sighting.
He's in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
Don't try to smoke those mountains. They're made of rocks.
So let's moving on. Anybody else?
Right here, second row.
He has a lot of questions for you.
Second row. Give us something. Go.
More witches!
I Jewish film.
I would wish that my characters would stay alive. emotional abuse. Krillin, it's okay because he comes back.
On that note, I wish that my characters, Kamehamehas and Spirit Bombs, would actually work. Spirit Bomb, and throw it in, it's over, done.
Well, in that line, I would wish that Krillin would actually practice his Destructo Disc and actually hit stuff. Because, I mean, he can slice a mountain in half, but he never hits his target. Except Frieza's tail. That was the one time he did it.
He's like, it's gotta be like a point of like, he's practicing for like ever, and he finally uses one target. That's it.
That's it.
You know, that's terrible.
He's the most powerful weapon at his disposal, and he can never aim properly.
One time I thought you said Destructo Dick. I was listening to it, and somebody could say Destructo Dick.
I did say Destructo Disc.
Did you once? Did you just
Yeah, I didn't know it made it.
Oh, did it? Oh my God, I was right. I thought you did.
Just talking about the prowess of my younger days. Yeah, Destructo Dick. I remember it.
That's what they used to call me.
The women would say, here he comes, it's Destructo Dick.
Get out of his way!
It'll hurt you.
He tore down a whole bar once.
He impregnated me from 100 feet away. Destructo Dick!
Oh my God, I feel sick in my stomach.
That's part of its power.
Probably.
Knock on wood.
Okay, yes.
Air boners, Destructo Dicks, knocking on wood, any other genius puns.
Yes. Anybody that hasn't done yet that we want to do a voice for?
Yeah, the next Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah.
Or the Yu Yu Hakusho movie. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Keep writing letters. That's paper with stamps and little envelopes. It's the thing we used to do.
I would like to see more Kenichi as well. That's such a cool show.
I want more Soul Eater.
Yes. That was all. That was. For those of you who don't know, I voiced Batman and Bruce Wayne in the Dark Knight Rises iPad game, and it was awesome because I didn't realize how. It's really hard to put into words. First of all, the audition process was really interesting. I had to get approved by Warner Brothers to mimic Christian Bale. So on the audition, they didn't tell me that before I came in. They go, we can't talk about it before you come in. And they only had one tiny clip to play for me. And I had seen the Batman movie, so luckily I knew what it was about. And so I did the voice as best I could. I was doing the whole where is he? And he's got a slight lisp. You ever notice like Christian Bale's got a slight lisp? He's doing that whole thing, it's like, it's hard to do, but that's not as good. I don't think it's as good as I did it. So after I got the part, I went home and ripped the Batman movie into Pro Tools, and I took all the audio, and then I took every single Batman line and every single Bruce Wayne line, and then I cut them out, put them together, ripped that into my phone, and listened to it over and over and over and over, going back and going, take me to him, whatever it is. And people are like, well, because I'm repeating it on the subway.
What does the Bruce Wayne sound like?
The Bruce Wayne's really hard because it's not specific. I don't even know if I can do it anymore because it's just very, I can't even do it. It's so casual, and even when we recorded it, I thought, that's not really close enough because there's a little bit of an accent in there, but it's not, his tonality's not, like for me as a voice actor, if somebody's got a hook, like you're excellent, you have an excellent hook, meaning I can just grab that and go with it right away. I mean, it's like real, but some people who talk, they don't have a unique character enough to where it's very difficult to do an impression of them because there's really nothing there.
It's like doing an imitation of Tom Hanks.
Yeah, like how do you do that, Unless he's yelling, or something. Ah! He's like doing something kind of yelling, but it's like nothing there. So I don't even think I can do that right now. But it was really exciting because it just dawned on me that I was such a huge Batman fan growing up. It was probably as exciting as getting on Dragon Ball Z, yeah. Because I didn't know how big Dragon Ball Z was at the time, but I remember going home going, this, everything else I've done up to this point has not been as cool as playing Goku. This is pretty damn cool. Like, I was pretty kind of blown away. And I enjoyed it, it's a solid game, I think. I got decent reviews. I played on my phone, or my iPad or whatever, which I hate, but I want a freaking joystick. Anyway. Yes, no problem. I'm going to let Sonny answer this, and Chuck answer this.
Sean is not a fan.
I think it's funny, but that's where it ends.
Well, Sean has a good point, because he believes that there's taking license ideas and stuff like that and cutting them up and adding them to their own advantage and making a living off of it.
Well, not only that, we have plenty of outtakes and stuff that are equally as.
Oh, that's what I always say. If you heard our outtakes, you would realize it could be much funnier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Our outtakes are ridiculous.
I am on the opposite side. I am a huge fan of anybody taking anything a corporation does, making it to their own, just destroying it. It's like Banksy says. Banksy says it's like asking someone for permission to use their brick after they throw it at you. You know what I mean? We get pummeled with advertising and buy this, do this, buy that, and then
watch this.
Take it and do whatever you want with it, man. It's yours. Once it's out there, they left it just laying there on the internet. All you did was pick it up.
I'm in total agreement with you. I really don't care. I think if they want to take this as fodder for something else, then great, go for it.
Yeah, those Abridged guys, they got 1 million subscribers on their YouTube channel. And I remember back in the day when they were like, well, do a voice in an Abridged thing? I was like, sure. And that was like 7 years ago, and now they have 1 million subscribers. I was like, damn, I should have been in charge.
But legally, we can't be.
No, I can. Yeah, F them. I'll do whatever I want.
That's a contract violation, son.
Violate that contract. Let me see the last one.
Feel like a big contract.
F you.
To that point, I happen to know that. To that point, I think Funimation does look the other way to some degree.
Well, it's kind of like advertising in a way.
Well,
they don't look the other way. I tell them to go screw themselves, and I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Well, yeah, and that's the point I was going to make, because I've always been kind of controlled by the balls by that company, and
not me, because I have no balls. Wait, that's not something to be proud of.
And basically, my attitude is, okay, so I can't
Unless you're a woman.
do my voice, my Goku voice, or I can't do this, or I can't sell this. I go, if you're looking the other way, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want, And so
I don't care what they tell me. I'll do whatever I want. They can't tell me what to do. They're not the boss of me. Once if they want to pay me $250,000,
Well, technically, they are the boss.
No. I am a subcontractor. That's like
right, you're self-employed.
You're just a self-employed dude. If they want to hire me and pay me what it costs to feed my 6 kids and pay for my insurance and keep my house lights on, I have to work so many other jobs to make it work. They can't tell me shit.
yeah, that's the way I feel. I agree with you.
They did not hire me again, but they do that all the time. I'll go 6 months, 12 months without getting an audition.
And no offense, Chuck, you're not a fan of condoms, are you?
No, I'm very pro.
No, I see you.
Extremely pro-life.
I have 6 children. That's all right.
No. That's great. I mean, does that drive you crazy, by the way? Or do you like having 6 kids? Or would you rather have 4 or 3?
Which one should I get rid of?
I'm teasing you.
The ugly ones. Just like you and you.
The ones that don't look like you. You're like, no, you must be me.
Just get rid of the ones you don't like.
No, they're all good. It's like
How could you not like your own
It's
kids?
like saying there's too many flowers.
Oh.
Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that one.
I guess that comes from my own parents, like going, I had so many damn kids.
There were 6 kids in my house when I grew up, and I didn't even like it. It was Lord of the Flies. But we didn't have a dad with a chainsaw. Keep it in line.
That's what when kids get out of line, I always tell my wife this, because we like physics and nature, teach our children. So like whenever they get out of line, you give them something scary to do. It's like they start becoming annoying. You go, take the chainsaw is like a big step for us when the kids get to use the chainsaw. And you always make them use the chainsaw like 5 years too early. Because, yes, I know, but guess what? They listen to your rules when they're 11 starting a chainsaw. They'll listen to, this is your protective log, this is your area, this is how you do it, let's start with a smaller tree. When they're 16, they don't listen to you, they're chop off their legs. So you teach them when they're young and scared.
That's a really good point, because my dad taught me how to shoot a gun when I was 6.
Yeah, me too.
And I was the best behaved person in the house.
That's right.
My stepbrothers, they're like, hey, I'm going out to sell some drugs now, see you later. It was like being raised in prison once my stepbrothers came in. But yeah, when I was a kid, my dad taught me how to ride a motorcycle.
Right.
When I was a little kid.
Give kids scary stuff when they're young.
Really good point. That's important. Scare your children.
Terrified.
Take that with you.
To that end, my favorite moment in working in the puppet theater was, no, this will fit in, was, I had this weird desire to scare children also. And my favorite moment working in the puppet theater when we're doing Hansel and Gretel, and I'm controlling the witch puppet, and it's the scene where she announces she's going to eat Hansel and Gretel, and we got a bunch of 4- and 5-year-olds in the audience. She gets on a broom, and then I'm swinging her around, and the lights are flashing, and the evil music's playing, and her head came off. And it's floating around her body because of that marionette. When the head is disconnected from the body, it's still connected by the head strings, and it's floating around, and the kids are screaming bloody murder, running out of the theater. I'm crying, laughing so hard. I my sister, I go, take the controller, I can't see. Tears are pouring out of my lips, laughing my head off. I could not, and then at the end of the show, we do a tour, they go, hey, how'd you get that head to come off like that? And I went, it's a special trick puppet. Totally by accident. So I really enjoyed them screaming their heads off.
I had a puppet theater for a while too. We toured different elementary schools. And we had a puppet that was a pig and one that was a dinosaur. And the dinosaur and the pig came out at the end of the show like to take a bow. And some kid screams, "Eat the pig!" And then all these kids are chanting, "Eat the pig! Eat the pig!" So finally we had to get the dinosaur to eat the pig. And the pig's like, the most horrifying, wonderful experience in the puppet
His
theater.
shirt off and had a bloody hand on the print on his chest.
The guy that was playing the pig said, "I want a t-shirt that says eat the pig."
That's strange. Where did you grow up?
Okay, all 3 of us have had puppet theaters. That's
Yes.
Why don't we do a puppet pilot?
Puppet pilot?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
way in the back, 3D glasses.
You know, that's weird though, because
Are we-
being a voice actor is kind of like being a puppeteer now.
Yeah,
It is.
Because, except you're the puppet, and the screen is the puppeteer, and you've got to let it manipulate you.
Yes, so true.
It is like we've been puppets this whole time.
We are puppets!
Yeah, no questions.
What would you have to say is y'all's favorite lines you've ever delivered?
To be a man, you must have honor, and a penis. Actually saying
Mine was Maze Hughes. Don't follow Daddy!
Well, one of my, I don't know my actual favorite, the one that comes to mind is, when you ask for a piece of Rio, you get the whole pie.
what's that from?
That's from Shaman King. Shaman King. I'll say a Latin man. Rio.
I need to watch that because I love the manga.
Yes.
You sound like Henchman.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's very like Antonio Banderas kind of
Yeah, Al Pacino's
Pacino or well, I based the voice on Chris Kattan's. This is the Antonio Banderas. How do you say? Yes, show.
All right, we have time for like one more question.
Oh God, we're over.
Yeah.
We're almost over here.
And then we have a signing after this.
Yes.
Where's it? On the main stage.
Main stage.
So yeah.
Main stage signing.
So what's your question? Let's go to the back. He has the next question. Corner. Yeah.
I had a question about the show. I was wondering, in the Frieza saga, if they wished back everybody that was killed by Frieza, then wouldn't all these Saiyans that were killed by him be brought back too?
Well, that's a good question. Porn up movie?
Or like all the Saiyans when they come back and
Yeah, bring it back! Bring it back!
yeah, they like to flipper dipper hair.
They kill again! Oh! Fire!
Dude.
Yeah. Bring it back! Come on! We're gonna go with all the other Saiyans here!
We're not bringing back the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. The whole show is flawed. Why are we doing this anymore?
Continuity error in a show? How dare you?
Well, I guess we have to say thank you. That's
Don't know,
the
Ash.
end of it, right? That's the end of this panel?
What's that?
That's the end of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's in the panel. And